Have you ever noticed subtle changes in someone and wondered what they might mean? Let me tell you about something interesting I observed a while ago. A close friend of mine once asked me, "Do you think there are signs that reveal when a woman has been intimate?" I laughed at first, but then we started talking, and it got surprisingly insightful. It's fascinating how the human body and behavior can reveal things without a single word being said. Today, we're diving into these little signals because understanding them can tell you more than you might think. Signs of emotional vulnerability revealed through actions. Emotional vulnerability is a profound aspect of human connection, yet it often manifests in ways that are subtle and easily overlooked. These signs are not typically announced with words, but are expressed through small, involuntary actions that reveal a person's inner state. Understanding these behaviors is key to building empathy and strengthening relationships, as they offer a window into someone's emotional world. One of the most common signs of vulnerability is changes in body language. A person may unconsciously display open or defensive postures depending on their emotional comfort level. For instance, crossing arms or turning slightly away can indicate a need for protection, while leaning forward or exposing the palms of their hands might signal trust and openness. Another powerful indicator is tone of voice. People who are emotionally vulnerable often speak more softly or hesitantly, as if carefully weighing their words. This hesitation can reflect fear of judgment or a desire to be understood. Similarly, a trembling voice or irregular speech patterns might suggest someone is grappling with intense emotions. Eye contact, or the lack thereof, also speaks volumes. Those who feel exposed may avoid direct gazes, looking downward or to the side instead. Conversely, maintaining strong but soft eye contact can indicate a longing for connection and validation. The subtleties of where and how someone looks provide invaluable clues about their state of mind. Physical behaviors often betray vulnerability as well. Fidgeting, touching the face or hair, or clenching the hands are all ways the body releases tension. These actions might seem minor, but they often signal a struggle with internal emotions, whether it's nervousness, fear, or even anticipation of rejection. What makes these signs so compelling is their authenticity. Unlike rehearsed words, these actions arise naturally, bypassing conscious thought. This authenticity allows us to perceive the depth of someone's feelings even when they're not openly expressed. However, it's essential to interpret them with care. Every individual has unique ways of showing vulnerability, influenced by their personality and cultural background. By recognizing these subtle signs, we can respond with understanding and compassion. Offering a kind word, an attentive ear, or even just a reassuring presence can make all the difference. When someone reveals their vulnerability, even through the smallest actions, it is an opportunity to connect on a deeper level and foster a sense of safety and trust in the relationship. The connection between body and mind after emotional moments. The relationship between the body and mind is deeply intertwined, especially after significant emotional experiences. These moments, whether they stem from joy, sadness, or intimacy, can leave lasting impressions not only on our mental state but also on our physical demeanor. Understanding this connection helps us appreciate how the body often reflects and amplifies what the mind is experiencing. When we experience heightened emotions, our bodies respond instinctively. For example, during moments of happiness or excitement, our posture naturally becomes more open and upright, and our facial expressions soften into genuine smiles. This is driven by the release of feel-good hormones like serotonin and dopamine, which create a visible glow or a lighter physical energy. Conversely, negative emotions like stress or sadness can result in slouched shoulders, slower movements, and even physical tension in areas like the neck and jaw. One fascinating aspect of this connection is how the mind and body create feedback loops. For instance, when someone feels anxious, their heart rate increases, and they may start fidgeting or avoiding eye contact. These physical signs, in turn, reinforce the mental perception of anxiety, creating a cycle that can be hard to break. On the other hand, adopting positive physical behaviors, like taking deep breaths or maintaining a relaxed posture, can help calm the mind and interrupt this loop. After emotional moments, particularly those involving deep connection or vulnerability, the body often shows signs of recovery or transition. Subtle shifts like a relaxed tone of voice, gentler movements, or a desire for comforting gestures, such as touching one's own arm or seeking closeness with another, reflect the mind's attempt to process the experience. These small but significant behaviors are the body's way of expressing a need for stability and reassurance. Interestingly, the body can sometimes hold on to emotional experiences longer than the mind consciously recognizes. For example, lingering tension in the shoulders might be a sign of unresolved stress, even if the individual feels emotionally fine. Practices like mindfulness, yoga, or even simple stretching can help release these built-up tensions, creating harmony between body and mind. Understanding the connection between body and mind allows us to be more empathetic toward ourselves and others. By paying attention to physical cues, we can gain deeper insights into emotional states and respond with greater care. This awareness is a powerful tool for fostering well-being and nurturing stronger, more meaningful relationships. Reading between the lines, signals of recent intimacy. Human interaction is rich with unspoken communication, and moments of recent intimacy often leave subtle yet powerful traces in behavior and body language. These signals, while not overt, can reveal emotional connections, vulnerability, or the lingering effects of a deeply personal moment. Understanding these indicators requires a keen eye and an appreciation for the nuances of human expression. One common sign is a noticeable shift in demeanor. Individuals who have experienced intimacy often exude a sense of calmness or contentment. This can manifest in a softer tone of voice, relaxed facial expressions, or a natural glow in their skin. These changes are tied to physiological responses, such as the release of oxytocin and endorphins, which promote feelings of happiness and bonding. Another indicator is increased attentiveness or focus. People may unconsciously maintain eye contact longer or display more open body language, signaling a heightened emotional connection. Subtle touches, such as brushing an arm or leaning slightly closer during conversations, can also suggest a lingering sense of closeness and trust stemming from the intimate moment. Mirroring behavior is another powerful signal. After shared experiences, individuals often unconsciously align their gestures, speech patterns, or even breathing rhythms with those of their partner. This synchronization reflects a deepened bond and mutual understanding, even if neither person is consciously aware of it. Physical gestures often provide further clues. For example, someone might unconsciously touch their neck or face, mimic a comforting gesture they experienced, or display playful or affectionate movements. These actions often go unnoticed by the individual performing them, but can be clear signs of recent emotional vulnerability or connection to an observer. However, it's essential to approach these observations with care and respect. Nonverbal cues are not definitive evidence of a particular experience. They are part of a broader picture influenced by individual personality, cultural background, and current mood. Recognizing these signals is not about making assumptions, but rather about deepening your understanding of the intricate ways humans communicate without words. By learning to read between the lines, you can enhance your ability to connect with others, offering empathy and understanding when it matters most. These subtle signals, though easy to overlook, hold profound insights into the emotional experiences that shape our relationships and interactions. Why paying attention to details makes you a better observer. The smallest details often carry the greatest significance, especially when it comes to understanding people. Paying attention to subtle cues, body language, tone shifts, or fleeting expressions can transform how you perceive and connect with others. These details may seem insignificant at first glance, but they often reveal emotions, intentions, or even unspoken messages that words alone cannot convey. Developing this ability to notice and interpret the finer points of communication is a skill that can enhance your relationships, decision-making, and overall empathy. For instance, imagine someone says they're fine, but their voice quivers slightly, or their hands fidget nervously. These details suggest that their words may not align with their feelings. Similarly, noticing when someone avoids eye contact during a sensitive topic can indicate discomfort or hesitation, even if their tone remains composed. Such observations allow you to engage more thoughtfully, offering support or understanding when needed. One powerful reason to focus on details is that they often appear unconsciously. Unlike deliberate speech or intentional gestures, these small behaviors are difficult to control, making them more authentic. A fleeting smile, a quick glance, or even the way someone adjusts their posture can be honest indicators of their true state of mind. Observing these micro moments helps you move beyond surface-level interactions to truly connect with what others might be experiencing. The ability to notice details also strengthens your intuition. Over time, your brain starts recognizing patterns, how certain gestures correlate with specific emotions, or how particular tones of voice reveal hidden concerns. This intuitive understanding not only makes you a better listener, but also allows you to anticipate needs and respond in ways that deepen trust and rapport. Moreover, paying attention to details can enhance self-awareness. By recognizing subtle behaviors in others, you become more attuned to your own actions and how they may be perceived. This creates a cycle of personal growth, where understanding others helps you refine how you communicate and present yourself. In a fast-paced world where distractions are constant, the ability to slow down and notice details sets you apart. It demonstrates that you value the people around you enough to truly see them, not just hear their words, but also understand their unspoken emotions. This skill fosters genuine connections, turning simple interactions into meaningful exchanges that leave a lasting impact. How to decode subtle shifts in body language. Body language is a fascinating and often overlooked form of communication. It operates silently in the background, revealing truths about emotions and intentions that words might conceal. Subtle shifts in body language, such as the position of the hands, the angle of the feet, or the tilt of the head, carry powerful meanings. Learning to decode these small movements can significantly enhance your understanding of others, fostering deeper connections and more effective communication. One of the most telling aspects of body language is posture. A person standing upright with their shoulders relaxed often projects confidence and openness, while slouching or crossing arms might indicate insecurity, defensiveness, or discomfort. These seemingly small adjustments in posture can transform how someone is perceived and how they feel internally. Eye movement is another critical indicator of thoughts and emotions. People who feel engaged or interested tend to maintain consistent eye contact, while those who are anxious or distracted may look away or blink more frequently. The direction of someone's gaze can also provide clues. Looking up might signal reflection or thought, while a downward gaze could suggest sadness or introspection. Hands and feet, though less obvious, are equally expressive. Nervous individuals might fidget with objects, rub their hands, or tap their fingers. Feet pointing toward the door or away from a conversation partner may subtly suggest a desire to leave the situation. On the contrary, open palms and feet firmly planted toward someone indicate attentiveness and trust. One fascinating nuance of body language is its tendency to mirror emotions. When someone feels at ease, their movements appear fluid and harmonious. When tense, they may exhibit rigid or abrupt motions. For instance, a relaxed individual might lean slightly forward during a conversation, signaling interest, while leaning away suggests discomfort or disinterest. It's important to remember that context matters. A single gesture might not mean much on its own, but a pattern of behaviors can paint a clearer picture. For example, a brief glance away could simply indicate distraction, but repeated avoidance of eye contact might suggest discomfort or deceit. Paying attention to clusters of behaviors rather than isolated actions will provide more accurate insights. Understanding subtle shifts in body language is a skill that takes practice. By observing these small yet meaningful cues, you not only gain insight into the unspoken emotions of others, but also enhance your ability to communicate effectively. It's a powerful way to navigate relationships, foster empathy, and create genuine connections. The science behind nonverbal communication in relationships. Nonverbal communication is often referred to as the silent language of relationships. It is powerful, universal, and deeply embedded in our biology. The way we use our bodies, expressions, and even proximity to others communicates emotions, intentions, and levels of connection in ways that words cannot. Understanding the science behind this form of communication reveals just how critical it is in fostering meaningful relationships. Research shows that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal, encompassing facial expressions, tone of voice, gestures, and posture. In relationships, these signals often carry more weight than spoken words. For instance, a simple touch on the hand can convey comfort, support, or intimacy more effectively than a verbal reassurance. Similarly, maintaining eye contact can signal trust and attention, while avoiding it might hint at discomfort or distraction. One fascinating aspect of nonverbal communication is mirroring. When two people are emotionally connected, they unconsciously mimic each other's movements, expressions, and even breathing patterns. This natural synchronization is a biological mechanism designed to create rapport and deepen bonds. Studies have shown that couples who mirror each other often experience higher levels of satisfaction and understanding in their relationships. Another significant factor is the role of space and proximity. The distance we maintain from others communicates how we feel about them. For example, leaning closer to someone indicates interest or affection, while stepping back can signal a need for personal space or discomfort. This is why understanding and respecting personal boundaries is crucial in building trust and mutual respect. Nonverbal cues are also highly influenced by context and culture. While a smile is universally associated with friendliness, the interpretation of other gestures can vary widely across different societies. For instance, maintaining prolonged eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence in some cultures, but may be considered confrontational in others. Being aware of these cultural nuances adds another layer of depth to how we interpret and use nonverbal communication. The beauty of nonverbal cues lies in their authenticity. Unlike words, which can be manipulated, body language often reveals our true emotions and intentions. By paying closer attention to these signals, we can not only improve our relationships, but also become more attuned to our own unspoken behaviors. This heightened awareness allows us to connect on a deeper level, creating relationships built on trust, understanding, and emotional resonance. Emotional cues that often go unnoticed. Our emotions have a remarkable way of surfacing, even when we try to keep them hidden. Emotional cues, those subtle signals we emit through our expressions, gestures, and behaviors, often speak louder than words. What makes these cues so fascinating is their ability to reveal underlying feelings that we might not even be consciously aware of. They're not just accidental slips, they're windows into our inner world. Take micro-expressions, for instance, brief, involuntary facial expressions that appear for a fraction of a second. These flashes of emotion, whether it's surprise, happiness, or even discomfort, are nearly impossible to fake. They reveal the truth behind what someone is saying or what they may be trying to conceal. For example, a quick upward twitch of the lips can hint at hidden joy, even if someone is trying to maintain a neutral demeanor. Another powerful emotional cue is posture. The way we carry ourselves often reflects our mental state. A slouched posture might suggest sadness or fatigue, while an upright stance with relaxed shoulders can indicate confidence or contentment. Subtle movements, such as leaning slightly away or toward someone, can signal interest, comfort, or discomfort in a given interaction. Tone of voice is another critical emotional indicator. Even when the words are carefully chosen, the pitch, pace, and rhythm of speech often betray true feelings. A faster pace might suggest nervousness, while slower, measured speech could indicate calmness or thoughtfulness. Physical gestures, like touching one's face, playing with hair, or fidgeting with objects, are often unconscious ways of releasing emotional tension. These actions might seem insignificant, but they're often strong indicators of nervousness, excitement, or distraction. Observing these behaviors can provide valuable insights into someone's emotional state, especially in moments of stress or vulnerability. Recognizing these emotional cues isn't about judging others, it's about understanding them better. By paying closer attention to these small but powerful signals, we can create deeper connections, respond more empathetically, and navigate social interactions with greater insight. Behavioral changes. After intimacy, what to look for? Human behavior is an intricate dance between emotions and actions, and intimacy often leaves subtle traces in how people behave. These changes can be small, yet impactful, offering glimpses into someone's emotional state after a significant connection. Whether it's physical closeness or emotional vulnerability, intimacy has a unique way of reshaping how individuals express themselves, consciously or unconsciously. One of the most noticeable changes is in body language. After intimacy, people tend to exhibit more open and relaxed postures. Arms may no longer be crossed, and movements appear fluid and unguarded. This openness reflects the comfort and trust that often accompanies an intimate moment. For instance, someone who has recently shared an emotional connection may lean in closer during conversations or maintain prolonged eye contact as a way to preserve the bond. Speech patterns may also shift. Some individuals adopt a softer, more gentle tone when speaking, and their word choices may carry a greater emotional depth. These changes are subtle but reveal an underlying sense of security and connection. People might also smile more frequently or exhibit small, playful gestures, further showcasing their contentment. On a psychological level, intimacy often triggers the release of dopamine and serotonin, chemicals associated with happiness and pleasure. These neurotransmitters influence not just mood, but also behaviors, making individuals more likely to engage in acts of kindness or show patience and warmth in their interactions. One fascinating aspect of post-intimacy behavior is an increased desire for touch. Even outside the intimate setting, individuals may seek small, non-sexual physical contacts, like holding hands or touching a shoulder, as a way to reinforce closeness. These gestures often go unnoticed, but are powerful indicators of a lingering emotional connection. Understanding these behavioral shifts isn't just about curiosity. It's a way to better comprehend the deep emotional fabric of human relationships. Recognizing these patterns allows you to appreciate the profound impact intimacy has on how we interact and connect with one another. Understanding the unspoken, physical signs of intimacy. The human body has an extraordinary ability to communicate what words often cannot. Physical signs of intimacy are among the most revealing aspects of this unspoken language. They can appear subtly yet unmistakably in how someone behaves, moves, or even holds themselves after a deeply emotional or physical connection. These signs aren't just random gestures. They're rooted in our physiology and emotions, making them fascinating to decode. One of the most common indicators is a relaxed demeanor. When people have recently shared an intimate experience, they often exude a sense of calm and openness. This could be seen in softened facial expressions, slower and more fluid movements, or even the way they position their body. Their tone of voice might also change, becoming warmer or more melodic, reflecting a subconscious state of contentment. On a more physiological level, intimacy can trigger subtle changes in skin tone due to increased blood flow, often creating a natural glow or slight redness, particularly on the face and chest. This isn't just a coincidence. Scientists have linked these physical responses to the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which plays a major role in emotional closeness. Another intriguing signal is eye contact. Post-intimacy, some people exhibit prolonged or deeper gazes, as if trying to maintain a connection without words. Touch behaviors can also subtly shift. Someone might touch their own arms or hands more, mimicking a soothing or comforting gesture they experienced with their partner. Recognizing these signs doesn't just satisfy curiosity, it deepens your understanding of human behavior. Observing without judgment allows you to connect more meaningfully with others while appreciating the intricate ways our bodies express emotions and bonds. Subtle body language clues that reveal more than words. Have you ever wondered how much you can learn about a person just by observing their body language? The truth is, our bodies communicate volumes even when our mouths remain silent. Subtle clues like a slight blush, a fleeting glance, or the way someone adjusts their posture can reveal a treasure trove of information about their recent emotions, experiences, or even intimacy. These signals are often unconscious, making them incredibly genuine and powerful. For example, a slight reddening of the cheeks can indicate heightened emotions, whether from excitement, attraction, or even a recent intimate connection. Similarly, the way someone fidgets, smooths their hair, or avoids eye contact may subtly hint at a deeper emotional state. One fascinating study found that people who recently experienced heightened emotions, such as intimacy, tend to show increased openness through small, relaxed gestures like soft smiles or the gentle unfolding of crossed arms. These non-verbal cues are incredibly important because they often speak louder than words. Paying attention to them can help you understand not just what someone is feeling, but also what they may be trying to hide or not yet ready to express verbally. The beauty of body language lies in its universality. While cultural nuances exist, many of these signs are instinctual and shared across the globe. Mastering the ability to read these signals gives you an edge in deepening relationships, understanding others more profoundly, and even improving your own self-awareness. And there you have it, a closer look into the subtle yet powerful signals we often overlook in our daily lives. Remember, understanding these cues is not about judging others, but about fostering deeper connections and building empathy. The more we pay attention to the little things, the more meaningful our interactions become. If you found this insight valuable, let me know in the comments below. Do you think body language can truly reveal what words cannot? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating discussions on human behavior and relationships. Until next time, take care and stay curious.